All right, so let's get started. I'll read the script today.
I'll be off Friday. I'll be off. But I think I'll probably meet
hold on.
7 o'clock Friday.
All right. So stop that. Let's stop this. Zoom gives you like the, you can just like hit mute button, stop people from talking. All right. So let's get started. This is your first appearance hearing before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County.
Esta es su comparecencia inicial ante el Tribunal de Primera Instancia del Condado de Clayton.
My name is Brad Garder and I'm a judge in this court.
Mi nombre es Brad Garner y yo soy un juez en este tribunal.
I'm here to inform you of the charges that have been filed against you.
Yo estoy acá para informarle de cuáles son los cargos que se le han imputado.
To advise you of certain rights.
Para decirle cuáles son sus derechos.
To set bail on those offenses that I'm authorized to set bail.
Para otorgarle una fianza en aquellos delitos por los cuales yo estoy autorizado a otorgarle una fianza.
To schedule a preliminary hearing.
Para programar una audiencia preliminar.
And to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney.
Y para determinar si usted requiere la asistencia de un abogado.
You have the right to remain silent and say nothing.
Usted tiene el derecho de permanecer en silencio y no decir nada.
But should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you.
Pero si usted renuncia a este derecho, cualquier cosa que usted diga durante este proceso podría ser usado en su contra.
So please don't discuss the facts of your case.
Ya que por favor no hable de cómo ocurrieron los hechos en su caso.
During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights.
Durante este y todos los procesos siguientes, usted tiene los siguientes derechos.
The right to the presumption of innocence.
El derecho a la presunción de inocencia.
To indictment by a grand jury for most felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors.
De que se le formule una acusación por el jurado indagatorio para la mayoría de los delitos graves o de que se le formule una acusación para los delitos menores.
To a speedy and public trial by jury.
De tener un juicio público rápido y por jurado.
To see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you.
De ver, escuchar y contrainterrogar a los testigos que sean citados a testificar en su contra.
Compel the attendance of witnesses to testify on your behalf.
De obligar de exigir la asistencia de los testigos para que testifiquen a su favor.
To testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense.
De testificar a su favor y de presentar pruebas para ser usadas en su defensa.
And to have an attorney represent you.
Y de tener un abogado para que lo represente.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be appointed to represent you if you qualify.
Si usted no pudiera contratarse un abogado, se le podría nombrar uno si usted califica.
Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail.
Alguno de ustedes se le va a permitir que pague una fianza sin restricciones para permitirle salir de la cárcel.
These bonds may be posted by cash, commercial, or property.
Estas fianzas podrían ser pagadas en efectivo, usando una compañía de fianza o usando una propiedad.
Some of you will have special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to certain places.
Algunos de ustedes van a tener condiciones especiales en su fianza, donde se le prohíbe ponerse en contacto con ciertas personas o de que vayan a ciertos lugares.
You will also be prohibited from contacting the victim while you are in jail.
A usted también se le va a prohibir que se ponga en contacto con la víctima mientras usted esté encarcelado.
If you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked and you could remain in jail until your trial.
Si usted infringe la orden del juez, su fianza sería revocada y usted tendría que permanecer encarcelado hasta el final de su juicio.
You could also receive additional felony charges.
Y también se le podría imputar cargos adicionales por delitos graves.
It is important to note that if someone is listed as a victim in your case, that person would not be allowed to post your bond.
Es importante que usted sepa que si una persona está nombrada como la víctima en su caso, a esa persona no se le va a permitir pagar la fianza por usted.
Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized by law to set bail.
Alguno de ustedes se le acusa de delitos por los cuales, por ley, a este juez no se le permite otorgarle una fianza.
In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County, and you will be informed of that date.
En este caso, una audiencia para pedir fianza sería programada ante un juez del Tribunal Superior del Condado de Clayton y a usted se le va a informar de cuándo sería esta fecha.
If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set bond at this time.
Si actualmente usted está bajo libertad condicional, a este juez no se le permite, no está autorizado para otorgar una fianza en estos momentos.
Whether the bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has had an opportunity to consider this new arrest.
Si la fianza es apropiada en su caso, se va a tomar en consideración nuevamente después que su agente de libertad condicional haya tenido la oportunidad de tomar en consideración este nuevo arresto.
The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is sufficient evidence to support the allegations against you.
El propósito de una audiencia preliminar es determinar si hay suficientes pruebas para sustentar las alegaciones en su contra.
The standard at this stage is very low.
El estándar en esta etapa es muy bajo.
A judge determining whether a charge goes forward at this stage only has to determine that it is possible that the crime occurred.
Para que un juez determine si un cargo procede en esta etapa, solamente tiene que determinar que existe la posibilidad de que el delito fue cometido.
Everyone has the ability to waive their right to a preliminary hearing.
Todos tienen la capacidad de renunciar a tener su audiencia preliminar.
However, you should speak to a lawyer first if you are unsure about whether it is appropriate to waive your preliminary hearing.
Sin embargo, usted debe de hablar con su abogado primero si usted no está seguro si es apropiado renunciar a tener su audiencia preliminar.
If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived.
Si usted paga su fianza, su audiencia preliminar se cancela automáticamente.
You will receive notice at the address you give of your next court date.
Usted va a recibir una notificación en la dirección que usted dé de cuándo va a ser su próxima corte.
I need everyone to raise their right hand, please.
Yo necesito que todos levanten su mano derecha, por favor.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give or any statements you make during this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Jura usted y afirma que la declaración que usted dé durante esta audiencia va a ser la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad, lo juro ante Dios.
Okay, let's bring up Mr. Oliveras.
Okay, vamos a traer al señor Oliveras.
Judge, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can see you also.
Okay. Let me mute
I
myself.
was gonna make a joke. It's like you look like you're in the Jay-Z mansion. Yeah, have going on. Mr. Oliveras, sir, can you hear and understand the interpreter?
Señor Oliveros, ¿puede usted escuchar y entender al intérprete?
Yes. Sí.
Yes.
Sir, you've been charged with one count of driving a vehicle without a valid license.
Señora, usted se le acusa de un cargo de conducir un vehículo sin licencia de conducir válida.
The bond for that offense is set by schedule at $1,000.
Y la fianza por ese delito está fija por ley a $1,000.
Do you believe you can post that bond?
¿Cree usted que va a poder pagar esa fianza?
Sí.
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201.
Su audiencia preliminar va a estar fija para el día 9 de noviembre a las 8:30 de la mañana en la sala 201.
That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail.
Esa audiencia se cancela tan pronto usted salga de la cárcel y usted recibiría un nuevo citatorio por correo.
Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
¿Quiere usted que yo vea si usted califica para nombrarle un abogado?
Necesito un abogado.
No le escuché.
Necesito un abogado.
Do I need an attorney?
Well, as an attorney, I believe everyone needs an attorney.
Como abogado, yo creo que todos necesitan un abogado.
I am not an attorney drug dealer, so I'm not here to put or place an attorney on you if you do not want one.
Yo no soy un abogado narcotraficante, o sea que yo no estoy acá para obligarlo a que tenga un abogado si usted no quiere uno.
Sí, sí. Pero una pregunta.
Yes, yes. But I have a question.
Mi familia va a pagar mi fianza hoy.
My family is going to pay my bond today.
Sí.
Bond has nothing to do with whether you have a lawyer or not.
La fianza no tiene nada que ver con el hecho de que usted pueda tener un abogado o no.
Okay. Pero
Okay.
mi familia va a pagar mi fianza hoy. Yo podré salir hoy.
My question is, my family is going to pay my bond today. Can I be released today?
Yes, but the question on the table is, do you want an attorney or not? You can say no if you do not want an attorney.
Sí, pero la pregunta que tenemos en la mesa es, ¿usted quiere un abogado o no? Usted puede decir que no si usted no quiere un abogado.
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes.
Is that yes, I would like an attorney?
Eso es que sí, que a usted le gustaría tener un abogado.
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes.
Are you currently working?
Actualmente, ¿está usted trabajando?
No.
No.
You do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any other questions?
Usted sí califica, señor, y yo le voy a nombrar un abogado para que lo represente. ¿Tiene usted alguna otra pregunta?
Mi pregunta es que si mi familia paga hoy la fianza, yo podré salir hoy.
My question is that if my family pays the bond today, if I'm going to be released today.
Yes, I've
Sí.
answered that question before.
Sí, yo le respondí esa pregunta anteriormente.
Okay.
Okay.
O sea que la próxima corte sería el 2 de noviembre. Como me informó.
I do not. He's asking the approximate time. I do not. I do not know.
Judge, I'm sorry, but the interpreter didn't quite get what he said.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Señor, ¿qué fue lo que usted dijo anteriormente?
Que si pagando la fianza, tendría corte en noviembre.
That if I pay my bond, if my next court date will be in November.
That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you will get a new court date in the mail.
Esa corte se cancela tan pronto usted pague su fianza y salga y usted recibiría un nuevo citatorio por correo.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Okay, señor, puede retirarse.
I'm growing old before your eyes, Miss Bermudez. So avert your gaze. Thank you, ma'am. Wait, is there anybody else?
That's all I need in the Spanish interpreter, Your Honor.
Okay, hold on. Mr. Walker. You're free to go, Miss Bermudez.
Thank
Mr.
you, sir.
Walker, what was the name of your client? Was it a female?
No, Your Honor, I have two persons on your calendar.
Ah,
I came down to the courthouse to try to get a copy of their warrants. The first person is Jawan Galbraith, Galbraith.
Okay. What's the next person?
And the
And
next person,
and they're both males.
they're both men. The
Okay.
second person is Eugene Barner Washington. Do you have him? Because I came down and they said he was, they didn't have no information on him in the computer.
Yes, they are both here at first appearance.
The deputy just said they're both there. And are they both charged with trafficking marijuana?
Yes, they both charged with trafficking, Judge, and for the purposes of bond, I'm representing them. And
Okay.
The magistrate court did not have a did not have a
Miss Walker,
warrant
that's
number for
$500
Eugene.
fine. I'm gonna confiscate your phone. I just
Well,
need to drive up to your office to get it.
No, I'm just trying to cut it off. I don't have the warrant number for Eugene Washington.
Hold on. I have it.
Okay.
I am as you can see, I'm being silly today.
Oh, hey, Judge, that's a good thing. I tell people we need to stop taking life so seriously and start having some fun in life.
Yes, sir. It's gonna happen. And it's just not a so deputy, first person is Jawan Galbraith. And then the next person is
So you want to be centered right here?
Warner. Am I missing this? Okay, give me a second. I'm pulling up going through the paperwork, get the second person. Mr. Walker, while we're having this conversation, let me give you a number. You ready?
Okay. Yes, sir.
404.
Okay.
858.
Okay.
5710.
What number is that?
That's my county number. That's my county number. You can call me.
Okay.
I'm the person that is responsible for putting in the Zoom links and doing that kind of stuff. So
okay, I'm gonna program you in my phone.
Okay, so I have no problem in picking up the phone and dealing with the issue. If you know you gotta have a client,
Yes,
let me give you an email. You ready?
Yes, I am.
It is Brad, B-R-A-D, .Gardner, Gardner, at Clayton County, GA.gov. I have no problem responding to lawyers about issues with their clients, and they're on my calendar.
I truly appreciate that, Your Honor.
Okay. So you said the second person's name was what?
The name I have is Eugene Washington.
Washington. I don't know why I was looking up the wrong thing. Sorry. So I got Mr. Washington. So we're gonna do Mr. Galbraith first, and then Mr. Washington.
Yes, sir.
So Mr. Galbraith.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, I would normally speak to you directly, but you've taken advantage of the opportunity to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to speak to Mr. Walker about your charges and about your case. I just need to caution you that this is not a private or privileged conversation. So anything you say can be used against you. So please don't discuss or say anything that you do not want the whole world to know. All right, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Judge, if I may, Mr. Galbraith, I'm your attorney. I was hired for the purposes of your bond or preliminary hearing. My admonition to you would be to remain silent. You have an attorney, that's me. I would do all the talking. Even when you think, I'll think it for you. so we don't do outbursts or speak. So just be patient. Let's get through this process. And your uncle hired me. So I've been hired by your family. Okay. So just remain silent and I'll do the talking for you.
So, Mr. Walker, we've been through this process before with some of your other clients. He's
Yes.
charged with trafficking marijuana, and the allegation is that it's 21.606 pounds. And by an artifact of the law, I cannot set bond today for Mr. Galbraith. So bond is going to be denied because it's a trafficking case.
Right.
And Mr. Galbraith, just so you know, Mr. Walker knows this. He can try to go over and negotiate and do whatever with the DA's office, and they may consent or they may not.
Right.
But that's upon them. His preliminary hearing date is going to be currently set for November 9th.
Okay.
I'm sorry, November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. And his bond hearing is going to be set for November 12th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201.
Judge, are they allowing us in the courtroom or is it going to be on Zoom?
To be honest with you, Mr. Walker, our plans a couple months ago was everything's going to be open by now.
Right.
And with the COVID stuff popping up again, so we're back to like things shutting down. So I honestly, I don't know. We get like weekly updates from the Department of Health and from the court system.
Yes, sir.
About COVID.
Because what I tried to do this morning was, and it didn't happen. Normally what you have to do a package with the district attorney's office.
Right.
And I came down, the first step was to get a copy of all the warrants. Well, they didn't have any copy of the warrants. They said that because they hadn't been the first appearance. So I gather after this morning, I can get a copy of the warrants and then put the package together to see if I can agree to a bond with the district attorney. So I want Mr. Garder to know that I did file an interim appearance for him and a motion for bond. So once I get a copy of the warrant and the police report, that's the package I'll put together tomorrow when I go back down there to get everything to see if I can get him a bond. But my admonition, just be patient. This will work itself out. Okay.
So, Mr. Walker, because I've known you for several years,
yes.
If you will send me an email to that email address, I'll send you the warrant I have. I don't have the incident report.
Okay.
And I'll send you the warrant that I have. But the basic allegation that's written in here is that Mr. Galbraith, I'm sorry, I'm getting old. I'm gonna have to lift my glasses up now to see.
You're getting like me.
It said he flew on Delta Flight 870 from Las Vegas. And he had a suitcase that contained 21.6 pounds of marijuana contained inside of his checked luggage. And as you know, we've had this discussion before. There's probably video and there's a lot of stuff. And a lot of times, I mean, just so you know, Mr. Galbraith, that by the time you get on an airplane, they know what's in that bag and they just let you fly out. And so when you come to Atlanta, they're ready and they're waiting and they know who you are. They know what's going on.
Correct.
And
they're never going to stop them in Vegas or LA because it's legal. Right.
And the unfortunate thing for people like that's in Mr. Galbraith's position is that a lot of times you got one arrest, maybe no convictions or one conviction. It's a misdemeanor conviction. And somebody's preying on these people. Somebody's preying on these kids. And the kids, they just think, oh, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. They don't know that they're just basically walking into a slaughterhouse.
Right.
So, so you've hired a good lawyer, Mr. Walker. He's gonna do what he can for you, Mr. Galbraith. And I mean, you and you're gonna just have to have a conversation with him about how all this stuff came about, because somebody, in my opinion, somebody's playing you for a fool. So, is there
Well,
anything
Judge,
else?
what I do? No, well, I'm gonna email you, Judge, so you can get me that copy of the warrant. And
Yeah.
I already did an interview preparing for Mr. Galbraith. It's Mr. Washington that they had no information on at the
Okay.
magistrate court this morning, at magistrate office this morning.
It's and we're kind of, because of COVID, it's like, you know, it's hit us, so we're kind of operating under a
Right.
half staff kind of situation. So you've appeared, you got it. I understand that you're going to represent Mr. Washington. That's fine.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Galbert, you're free to go back, sir.
Excuse me, Your Honor, what did you say when my court date was? So I can write it down.
November 9th. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. November 8th. And for the preliminary hearing, and November 12th for the bond hearing. Hopefully, Mr. Albert will be able, Mr. Walker, sorry, will be in a position where, you know, he can advocate on your behalf, and you will get a bond before that date ever arises. Okay, but just leave it in his hands, and he'll do what he can for you.
All right.
All right, sir, you're free to go back. Mr. Washington.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Washington, sir, you've also been charged with trafficking marijuana, and I cannot set bond at this stage on this offense. The allegation in the warrant, and I'll just read it for Mr. Walker's edification, is that says that he flew on Delta Flight 870 in possession of 22.06 pounds of marijuana, and that the luggage, that the marijuana is found in your checked luggage. You also are going to have a preliminary hearing date set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning. You're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for November 12th at 8:30 in the morning. Is there anything you have to say, Mr. Walker, about Mr. Washington?
Mr. Washington, I'm Attorney Walker. I was hired by your family to represent you. I'm going to do the same thing I'm going to do for Mr. Galbraith, is to get this information, put together a package, and hope that the DA may or may not give us a bond before we come back, okay? So the admonition is that, you know, just remain silent, don't say anything. I'm here for you, to talk for you, speak for you. If anybody comes see you, you have a lawyer. My name is Aggregate, sound like Maverick, Aggregate Walker. That's your attorney. I'll be back out there tomorrow, and I'll stop by to visit you, okay, to give you a copy of what I filed for you, and so that you know who I am moving forward, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right.
And
Thank
yeah,
you.
and sir, just so you know, that if Mr. Walker is able to reach an agreement with the district attorney's office, you may not have to deal with these dates in November.
Okay. Excuse me, sir, can you repeat the dates of my hearing?
November 8th for the preliminary hearing.
And then what's the next one, sir?
And November 12th for the bond here.
All right, I got that, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, sir. All right, you're free to go back. Mr. Walker, is there anything else, sir?
Judge, unfortunately, that concludes my business. As you know, I do really appreciate being in your company. It's always a pleasure for me. You guys are doing a great job down there. I told Judge Wright that. I said, you know, I'm really proud of you guys and what you're doing, how you turned it around. And I know as soon as this COVID is over, you're gonna hit the ground running.
There's
I know.
yes, I mean the backlog we have is over 50,000 files and dispossessory. We got a bunch of backlogs and abandoned motor vehicles. It's like we take stacks of files home.
I know you do.
You know,
I know y'all working too. I know y'all working too hard. You know, y'all working. Hey, I know. My son's a young lawyer. As soon as he passed the bar, I told him, "You're gonna be so busy your first couple of years, son, that you're gonna want to do something else." He just don't know.
That's good. It's good to see you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let's get started with the ladies.
Hey, who got it?
Uh-oh. Let's see. Okay, I saw the information. Ma'am, are you Miss, is it Alphonse?
Correct. sir.
Okay, ma'am, you charged 1 count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce. The bond is going to be set at $1,500. You're also charged with 1 count of possession of firearm by a convicted felon. Bond is going to be set at $5,000. So that's a total bond of $6,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
The possession of the weapon by a convicted felon is felony offense. So your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you will get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, thank you, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions of me?
No, thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. You're free to go back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Miss, is it Darby Vines?
Yes, sir. Dennis.
Okay. Ma'am, you charged a 1 count of battery and bond's gonna be set at $5,000. You're also charged 1 count of cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Bond's gonna be set at $3,000. So that's gonna be a total bond of $8,000. You believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond, a stay away from an Ariel Darby. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You said you don't.
Yes, sir.
What is your misunderstanding?
I thought you said do I understand. That's why I said yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I thought you said no, sir. All right. You're going to have a preliminary hearing date set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back. Miss Fortson. Ma'am, you've been charged with 1 count of driving vehicle on the suspended license. The bond is going to be set by schedule at $1,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am. You're free to go back. You are Miss Jackson?
Yes.
And be charged 1 count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Bond's going to be set at $3,000. You believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your ability to bond out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. You want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir, I do not. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. You're free to go back. Are you Miss Quiones?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you charged 1 count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Bond is going to be set at $3,000. 1 count of loitering or prowling. Bond is going to be set at $1,000. 1 count of giving a false name, address, or date of birth. Bond is going to be set at $2,000. So that's going to be a total bond set at $6,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your ability to bond out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry, excuse me. I don't see your form. Did you fill out a form for the appointment of counsel?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Got it. Getting old, my vision is not the way that it used to be. You do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
That should do it for us, Judge.
Thank you for your assistance on this Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
You too.
Let's switch over to the ladies' side.
Yes, sir. Just make sure your face is centered. Ms. Elizabeth.
Okay, sir, are you Mr. Atkinson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta make a note. In addition to my vision, I'm getting old, so I gotta make notes. All right, so Mr. Atkinson, sir, you're charged with one count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You basically have no criminal history. Aggravated assault is a serious crime. I set the bond at $10,000, but I'm willing to listen to you about whether the bond should be lowered.
Yes, sir. Well, I think it should be lower because
Now, and I'm sorry, I should have set the parameters, which I didn't. I understand what's in the warrant and what the allegations are in the warrant, and essentially is that someone stole from you and you used the bat to kind of reinforce your issue as it relates to that person. Let me do this. I'll cut this short. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000, Mr. Atkinson.
yes,
This is a very serious offense. It's one of what is listed potentially as Georgia, they call one of the 7 deadly sins. So be careful, sir, with what you do in the future. There's going to be a stay away provision on bond, stay away from Corey Cruz. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
yes, sir.
Okay. All right, sir, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. And do you have any questions for me?
Just I would like to know how much it'll probably be with a bond.
Sure. Bond income is going to probably be about 500 between, because I don't work for them. I'll say 500 on the low, 700 on the high.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Mr. Atkins, don't use 911 if this incident ever occurs again in the future as it relates to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have a good day, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Mr. Champion.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with one count of criminal trespass. Bond's going to be set at $1,500. You believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your ability to bond out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir. What was that amount again?
$1,500.
And how do what was he talking about waiving the preliminary hearing?
I'm sorry, sir.
I was given some advice on waiving the preliminary hearing.
So you're bonding out. So your preliminary hearing is going to be automatically waived. It's, as they say, it's by operation of law. So when you bond out, your case gets transferred to the next court.
What if I wouldn't? Well, getting a hold of my family, it's a big mess, to be honest. So how I get out here?
That's it's gonna be. I'm Joe Friday, just the facts. Let's talk about it, but just let's not lad like Mama told me this, blah blah blah. Let's talk about the facts. What is it you want to do?
Well, I might not be able to make Shabbat, to be honest.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to come up with the 1,500. So it's gonna be 10%.
Right. It'll be between 150, probably $300. And the bonding company will work with you. And let me tell you this.
Mhm.
I've had people that they waived their preliminary hearing and they showed back up before me again.
Mhm.
And Judge, I waived, I don't have a court date yet. That's
Mhm.
your decision. I didn't I didn't tell you to waive. I didn't tell you not to waive. That was a decision you made. So when you're doing something like waiving your preliminary hearing, what you're doing is putting yourself in a position where there's no perceivable court date out there in the future. So if you can't post your bond, you're out there.
So I guess that's my.
You can come back 3 months from now. I ain't got no court date. Hey, I'm not in control of that. You said you did not want to have a preliminary hearing. So now you're over there waiting for the next court to set a date.
All right.
And they're not going to speak to you until they set a date, until they assign your case and accuse your case. Prosecutor, the solicitor's court has 2 years to accuse your case. So if you can't make your bond and you waive your preliminary hearing, you got 2 years to be sitting there.
Yeah, that was my next question. So if I can't make the bond, I would have to at least wait until November 9th.
If you can't make your bond, what?
If I can't make the bond, I would have to wait until November the 9th before I could hear anything.
If you can't make the bond, the next court date will be November 9th, with its preliminary hearing. It's your right to waive. If you waive your preliminary hearing today, the next time that you would be before a judge conceivably can be 2 years from now.
I guess my only question is if I can't come up with the 1,500 bond, if I can't come up with the bond, I will have to sit in here until November 9th. That's what I'm asking.
Yes, sir. But have you contacted bond companies yet?
No, sir. I haven't.
Their business model is getting people out of jail. So it's, all I'm saying is they'll put you on a payment plan. They'll do a whole lot of stuff to help get you out of jail if you're so willing.
All right.
If not, then you could sit here. But I'll tell you this, sir.
I just got a job. I just got a marketing job opportunity given to me.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, you place yourself in bad situations when you do things that place yourself in bad situations. And I've done what I can do to help you and assist you to help dig out of this, but you got to pull too.
All right,
you got to do your part.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, sir. You're free to go back. Mr. Christopher.
Sure.
Hold on 1 second, sir. Mr. Christopher, sir, you're charged with 1 count of loitering or prowling. Bond is going to be set at $1,000. 1 count of criminal attempt. Bond's going to be set at $2,000. 1 count of entering an automobile. Bond's going to be set at $4,000. 1 count of criminal trespass. Bond's going to be set at $3,000. one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, bond's going to be set at $3,000. And one count of use of possession of drug-related objects, bond's going to be set at $3,000. So you're going to have a total bond of, let's see, 3, 6, 9. Looks like 1450, 14,500. Sorry. Do you believe you can cross that bond, sir?
I believe I can post that, possibly, probably not.
Okay. So some of these offenses are felony offenses. So your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your ability to bond out. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, can you tell me the total and what day I got court?
The total bond was $1,450. Jesus, $14,500. And what was the second question?
What day's the court?
I'm sorry, I'm missing that.
The day of my court?
Okay, it is November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. But that date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Okay. All right, sir. You're free to go back.
Morning.
Second row.
Good morning. You Mr. Culpepper?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with one count of driving a vehicle without a valid license, bond set at $1,000. One count of driving a vehicle with no insurance, bond set at $1,000. And one count of driving a vehicle with an expired tag, bond set at $500. That's total bond of $2,500. You believe in post that bond, sir?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
All right, you're free to go back.
Have a nice day.
And you are Mr. Dumas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, he's charged with one count of criminal trespass, one count of simple assault. Bond's going to be set at $1,000 on a criminal trespass charge. Bond's going to be set at $4,000 on a simple assault. So you're going to have a total bond set at $5,000. You believe you can post that bond?
No, sir.
Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir. I would like to represent myself.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't hear you.
Your Honor, I have a statement of what transpired the day of the arrest. I was not read my Miranda.
Hold on, sir. So this is on YouTube, which means the prosecutor can pull it up and use whatever statement you want to tell me to prosecute you. What I heard was you said you were not read your rights. Did you make any incriminating statements?
Sir.
So the fact that you were not read your rights has nothing to do. Miranda keeps out incriminating statements that you made when you were not read your rights. And you said, I did it, but you were not read your rights. So if you did not make any incriminating statements, sir, Miranda has nothing to do with this. It's not a get out of jail free card. Are you sure that you want to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, sir. You're free to go back, Mr. Dumas. Good morning or good afternoon now, sir. You are Mr. Ewing?
Yes, sir.
Charged with one count of battery bond. It's going to be set at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from an ebony windburn. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary,
Hold on. So, I'm sorry.
and we'll get to the conversation part after. Your bond, your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
You do qualify, Mr. Ewing. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Now, I cut you off, sir. What is it that you wanted to tell me?
My question was, how does that order work if we live together and she said she wasn't pressing charges? She told the officer that she wasn't pressing charges.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you the condensed version because I can get long-winded at times. First thing is, the first way that you can not press charges is not calling the police. Not having the police involved, not having third parties, not having Judge Garder, not having other people involved in your life. You never got to say anything other than what you and her discuss, right? Now, hold on. If the alleged victim is at the point where they're saying they don't want to prosecute, they can contact the solicitor's office. They can tell the solicitor's office that they are not afraid of you. The stay away provision that we place on these types of bonds is prophylactic. Because I don't know you, you don't know me, I don't know the other person. You're going to get out today. We don't want whatever happened last night to fire back up tonight. Because that's just, it really and truly is a waste of resources. I mean, because we can just keep you in jail and we know it's not going to happen. But that's not something that is fair to you.
Right.
So instead of just keeping people that are accused of crimes in jail, we place a stay away provision on the bond so that you know that if you violate the stay away provision, you could be facing aggravated stalking charges. And if this was just an isolated incident and whatever, all that stuff over time, it'll wear itself out and it'll get worked through. And we don't have to ever be involved in your life ever again. And I hope, sir, not to ever see you again.
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
Mr. Few?
Yes.
So you're charged with aggravated assault. This is a felony offense. In looking at this, Oh, I attributed the bat to the other person. You're the person with the bat. I set a bond at $10,000.
Sir, that is not true. What was,
Hold on. Let me tell you the things I have to tell you, and then we'll have a discussion. And if you change my mind about some stuff, I can go back and change my mind. Okay, sir?
yes,
So, charge of aggravated assault. I've set the bond at $10,000. You're gonna have a preliminary hearing date set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out. And there'll be a stay away provision on your bond. There's a stay away provision on your bond, stay away from an Albert Frederick. Do you understand that?
yes. Can I say something, sir?
Yes, sir. Well, hold on. I'm coming to you. I swear, Mr. Few, I will hear you out until you have nothing else to say.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hold on. Let me make sure I get this right. This person's name. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, at the moment.
Okay. Are you currently working?
No, sir, I'm 77 years old. I've been disabled for 15 years.
Okay. So I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you, Mr. Few. Now, what is it that you want to tell me?
I'm disabled and I was in bed because someday, just about every day, I was released from Southern Regional Hospital and went to this person named Takika Harbor, who owns the place. There are 3 people who live there. So I went to bed, woke up the next morning. I have this large cases that I bought from Walmart when I go to Walmart for the dollar store, whatever, I have this case, you only have to take one with me. So I woke up and it was gone. Everything, the money and everything was gone. And I went looking, of course, I have this blood clot, and I forget something. I walked outside and looked, there wasn't nothing there. Then I looked in Albert's room, and that was my stuff in his room.
So let me stop you. Let me stop you, Mr. Few. Because self-help is generally disfavored under the law. And so it's not necessarily a defense to say that I ended up resorting to self-help. So I understand what you're saying. I really do. And what I'll do, sir, is I'm going to reduce your bond to $2,500.
Yes, sir. Sir, will you give me the opportunity to explain my case to you?
So what I say to people, and they really don't like it, but explaining to me, sir, is like talking to the wall.
Okay, the only thing I want
Hold on. Because my ability to give you any kind of help based upon anything that you say,
yes, sir,
is the same as that wall. Because your charges are going to still be pending.
Right, I understand.
You have gotten me to reduce your bond by $7,500, but you somehow want to keep trying to persuade me.
No, sir, the only thing I'm trying to do, I've only been locked up twice in 77 years. One for driving without a suspended driving license, and one for parking in front of Varsity restaurant to go inside and get some food. That's it. I've never had any problem with the law.
I would say, Mr. Few, that based upon what you said, the living conditions where you are is insufficient, and you need to seek
Yes, sir.
somewhere else to live. There's is nothing worse than a person not having peace in their home.
I didn't bring that.
I-
They stole, they stole my
Mr.
bag and I
Mr.
was just.
Mr. Few, did I tell you that you brought
No,
chaos into your home?
No, sir. I'm new to, I'm just trying to state my case and how it all happened.
Mr. Few,
Mhm.
you were in your home, and it was a multi-living situation.
Mhm.
Someone came into your room and stole your stuff.
Yes, sir.
And then the allegation, which I'm not saying you did,
Mhm.
but the allegation is that you then went and you then chose self-help to retrieve your items, which is not anything that anyone may deem to be unreasonable,
Yes, sir.
right? Is that the, have I gotten anything wrong?
Yes, sir. You got it right.
So all I'm saying to you is, having grown up
Mhm.
in areas where you couldn't leave a bottle of can of Coke
Yes, sir.
without somebody coming trying to take your Coke, I understand the insecurity and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
That's why I live out where there are crickets
Mhm.
and, you know, quiet, and I don't have to worry about nothing.
Yes, sir.
There's one way in, one way out to my neighborhood. And people at the front of the neighborhood, they all are military veterans.
Mhm.
They gonna know, and they gonna stop. Anybody, if anybody come into the neighborhood, not supposed to be there, they're trying to get out, they're gonna get stopped.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying to you, sir, is
Mhm.
that you need to find a place
Yes, sir.
that affords you the rest that you have so rightfully earned in 70 plus years being on this earth.
I agree with you.
Okay?
I agree with you.
Is there anything else, sir?
Yes. Can I just state something one moment for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, as I told you, I'm 77 years old. I've only been to jail twice. One was driving a suspended driving license, and the other one was parking in front of the varsity late at night, and they dropped that charge, and they dropped both charges on me. There's no record of me being anything dishonest or stealing from anybody. The only thing that happened to me was I had went to the bank and got some money that a friend sent me from Oklahoma. And I put my bag.
You said that to me, Mr. Few. You've already said that to me.
But what am I do if they steal my money? And I see they got the bag. I'm just let it go?
I answered that question. Do you remember what I said?
Yes, I just wanted to let, I'm just.
No, do you remember what I said? Tell me what I told you.
Well, basically, can you repeat it again, what you said?
No, I said dial 911.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Yes, sir.
I am not discounting anything you've told me. I said dial 911.
I did not. I saw the bag in his room and I went and got it.
And that's why you're before me today.
Yes. I was supposed to leave it with him, my money and my.
So, Mr. Few, let me ask you this. Do you think I'm telling you anything that is not in your benefit? Or you think I'm just like running you around the pole?
You know, I can look at your face and tell you a real honest man. I can tell
But
that.
you're answering, Mr. Few, you're answering my response with additional questions as like, basically, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to let this person treat me like a punk? Am I supposed to let this person punk me out? Am I supposed to let this person treat me that way? I said, dial 911. And you keep saying, well, what am I supposed to do? dial 911.
I didn't do that, sir.
It's a Wyclef Jean song in the 90s. Someone dial 911. It's sir, look, you can resort to self-help, and it's either gonna go wrong or it's gonna go bad or it's gonna go good. In your case, it went bad. You gotta accept that. That's what you take on.
Yes,
And
sir.
if I got several weapons.
Mhm,
I don't pull my weapons out on people,
mhm.
because if I pull my weapon out and I shoot, it can go good or it can go bad. I use my weapons for defense purposes only. You come into my house, you're gonna get met with some stuff. I don't go out being offensive with my weapons. You had proof that a person stole from you. And instead of dialing 911 with that proof, the allegation is you chose to take it into your own hands. That's why you're standing before me today, sir.
Yes, this is something that, I'm just learning right now. My phone is gonna be turned off today, and when that money was gone, I was afraid my family, nobody could get in contact with them, so I'll accept, I didn't, that was just my reaction.
So you need to rely upon your family, hire a lawyer. Based upon what you told me, if it's true, you may be able to get these charges dropped, but you're not gonna do it by what you're presenting to me before today. I mean, presenting before me today.
So I appreciate
Okay.
it. Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Free to go back.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gay,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I thought I'd be further down my calendar by this time, but I guess I'm doing too much talking. Sir, you're charged with 2 counts of theft by taking both of them misdemeanors. Your bond is going to be $2,000 on each count, each offense. So that's total bond of $4,000. You believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get changed upon your bonding out, and you get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Oh, no, Your Honor, I already got my lawyer. My lawyer is at Free at Last Bonding Company. They've been there since yesterday. I paid $1 million bond yesterday. Now I don't want my money. I want to sue. I don't want the million back.
Mr. Gay,
Yes, sir.
to whom, and I'm sorry, deputies, I apologize beforehand before going down this line.
Your Honor, I'm here for you. Me too.
To whom did you pay $1 million?
Okay.
Nope. That's a simple question. It was to John Smith, Jane Smith. To whom did you pay $1 million?
I paid $1 million to Clayton County Jail.
Hey, deputy.
Yes, Your Honor.
You got $1 million?
I don't got $1 million, Your Honor. I thought it's a Free at Last Bonding Company. I promise to God. I'm on you over there right now. They've been over this.
Sir. Do you not, you understand that the bonding company doesn't work for the sheriff's department, right?
Okay.
So when you include the bonding company and sheriff's department in $1 million, that begins to sound kind of suspect.
Okay. Okay. Can I tell you this? Okay. They saying I stole a car. Okay. Never mind. I'm done.
Sir, look, I'm interested in the story now. It's $1 million. It's like I want to know where I can go get me $1 million from. Man, I can get me a cut of that. Can I get some? Hey,
Yeah.
sir, can you like, help a young, reasonably handsome judge out
Yes,
with
sir.
$1
I
million?
can. Yes, sir, I can. Yes, sir, I
Don't do
can.
that. Don't say yes to that, sir. It's so you're charged with 2 misdemeanor offenses, and you're telling me that you paid $1 million for this?
It's my property. I own the property. I own 1630 County Road and I own 1625.
Okay. So you're saying you paid $1 million for the properties?
I paid $1 million for the property. That's it. I ain't want the apartments. I just paid for the property.
Okay.
And
Okay.
my lawyer is at free at last right now. Wait on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes better sense. So, sir, the charge here is about taking possession of 2 tags,
I don't know.
not properties.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I can post bond. I'm ready to post bond. I can pay
Okay.
the 4,000.
So let me ask you this. How did the $1 million come into this discussion?
Okay, I was walking.
Wait. I'm saying you're charged with having illegal possession of 2 tags, vehicle tags.
Okay.
But we got on the discussion about $1 million.
Yes, because my lawyer told me to go ahead and just come on to jail because I was in the right. So they told me to turn myself in. So I said, I turned myself in. And when I got up here, I say, I'm trying to get my brother and my nephew out of jail. They in Atlanta. I say, I will give $1 million. I didn't know it wasn't gonna be that much. When I looked at it, it said 5,000. And I said, yes, I can cover that.
Okay, so you do realize that your brother, nephew, or whatever in Atlanta, I have nothing to do with that. And that has nothing to do with you. I'm trying to keep you kind of focused.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
we're
I'm trying to
talking
get
about
home.
we're talking about you and 2 misdemeanor charges of theft by taking. That's
Okay.
all we're talking about.
Okay.
That's all that's relevant. I mean, we can talk about like what's going on over in Australia and what's all this other kind of stuff. I can sit here and like just bore you to death about that stuff. I'm asking, and truly, I really am truly trying to understand, how did this other stuff come into the discussion?
I don't know, brother. I don't know. I'm tired, y'all.
But Mr. Gay, Mr.
I'm
Gay.
getting ready to go home.
Yes, sir, I understand. Let me ask you this. Just take a deep breath, relax.
Yeah, hungry, y'all.
I have nothing against you. Deputies have nothing against you. All we're trying to do is get through this calendar, get through our day. We're just trying to do our job. Okay? So, sir, I hope the stuff works out for you as what you're trying to do and move forward. But I was ready for a good story. It's $1 million. That was
How much
unknown to
my
hear
bond
that.
is?
I'm sorry, say that again, sir.
I said, how much my bond is?
$4,000.
Okay, I can pay it.
Are you gonna hire your own lawyer?
They already over there. Free at
Okay.
last.
Who's your lawyer?
Myself.
Oh, shit.
My mom and my wife is over there.
Oh, okay. So your spirit is over there, but
Yeah,
your body is here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
They got
sir.
my money.
All right, so
Y'all can laugh all you want. Y'all still here.
no, it's you have
Pay
brightened my
$200.
day, sir. You have brightened my day, sir. All right, you're free to go back.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Sir, do you wanna see Mr. Gucci now, or do you wanna see him for later? He's the one that needs the sign language, has type.
Oh, let's do them at the end. Let's do them at the end.
03?
Yeah, 'cause I'm wasting time.
Okay. Come on, sir.
Tell me your last name, sir.
Hard.
Hart. It's Hart, sir. You charge 1 count of public drunkenness, 1 count of pedestrian under the influence. These bonds are both set by schedule, which means they're automatically set. They're both going to be set at $1,000 a piece. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yeah.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? I'm sorry, sir?
I probably went, I'm loyal by November 9th.
Okay, sir. So this is a yes or no question.
Yes. If I
All
bond
right, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have anything else to say, sir?
like how much like time is on drinking public?
How much time, what?
Like I think about 5-6 days and it can walk off on the drinking in public charge.
All right, sir. Statutory punishment for each offense is 12 months in jail, $1,000 fine. And that 12 months in jail can be served or deemed to be served consecutive, which means it'll be 24 months. So,
No, I wasn't really trying to be out that drinking. I just had another story.
Sir, I have hired you. I have given you a lawyer.
Okay.
I've answered the question.
Okay. I got
You
it.
are not a demon in my eyes.
Yes, sir.
I don't see you as a bad person.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to explain yourself to me at all.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, sir, you're free to go back.
Okay.
Mr. Lewis.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewis, sir, you charged 1 count of false imprisonment. Bond's going to be set at $5,000. You believe you can post that bond? I'm sorry, sir.
That bond is kind of high, because I guess it's due, I was just standing in my own home. I didn't know that I was committing a crime.
Hold on. Allegation, Mr. Lewis, is that you confined the victim, Jocelyn Younger, into a bedroom without legal authority.
Yes, we was having an argument and I stood in the doorway and the neighbor called. Sorry. But I stood in the doorway while we was having an argument. I didn't know it.
So, Mr. Lewis, you just admitted to the crime of false imprisonment.
I didn't know it was a crime.
That's so, Mr. Lewis, whole thing of why we tell people not to talk about the facts of your crime, facts of your case, I'm sorry, because a lot of people, if they knew that what they were doing was a crime, they wouldn't do it. But knowledge is not a defense to the crime. It's not, it's like, well, I shot my gun and killed somebody, but I didn't know I was gonna shoot. I didn't know that person was there. It's still murder. And you still get to spend the rest of your life in prison.
I guess I was just asking if I could get it reduced in order for me to get out.
There's normally I set the bond at $10,000.
Oh, well, you're doing me a favor then.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Lewis, you cannot. I wish to God I could have a seminar of people living together and I can just come in and my voice can be piped in. You got an argument. There's an argument going on. Arguments happen. Guess what I've never done? I never stopped my wife from walking out the door. I never stopped my wife from doing anything. Because you know what? As a lawyer, I know that's false imprisonment. That's false. You know, not you, Mr. Lewis, but people are like, oh, I just wanted her to hear what I had to say. Guess what? She don't have to hear what you got to say. She's an adult too. She has agency over her body. She can do whatever she wants to do. She ain't got to sit there and listen to you. You ain't got to, you. So when she says, I don't want to listen to you, and she walks out the door, maybe that's a sign to you that maybe this relationship is over. Maybe we need to do something else. But instead, you're sitting here in jail before me, telling me that a $5,000 bond on a false imprisonment is very like a hair short or kidnapping, which you may be sitting in jail without a bond. And I'm wrong. Even though I'm not the person that was sitting there stopping an adult from walking out of a room. But the person that stopped the adult from walking out of the room is trying to tell me that somehow that's unreasonable. So, Ms. Lewis is going to stay where it's going to be. There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond, stay away from Jocelyn Younger. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to try to stop her from walking out of any other buildings?
Oh, no, sir. I want nothing to do with it.
If there's a violation of stay away provision, you could be facing aggravated stalking charges with which carries no bond. So, sir, do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
You do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have anything else to say to me, Mr. Lewis?
Yes, sir. You didn't give me a date. I was listening.
I'm sorry, November 8th, 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201, that they will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail.
And what room was that? It probably doesn't matter.
201.
201?
Yes, 201.
And the bond is $500?
5,000. And it'll approximately be 500 when it goes through the bond process. All right, sir, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
Mr. Is it Meredith?
No, Your Honor, Mr. Meredith is sent back.
You did send me that. Thank you.
No problem.
Mr. Mitchell. Sir, are you Mr. Mitchell? So you charged one count of entering an automobile, which is felony. The bond's going to be set at $5,000. One count of criminal trespass, which is a misdemeanor. Bond's going to be set at $3,000. And the stalking charge is something that was interesting to me as I read it. It's misdemeanor. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna set the bond at $1,000 for the stalking charge. There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond, stay away from Rosalind Wilson. Do you understand that? I'm sorry, sir. Your total bond is going to be set at $9,000. You believe you can post that bond? Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find that you qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. You're free to go back. And you are Mr. Is it Payne?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you charge one count of loitering or prowling. Bond is going to be set at $1,000. One count of criminal trespass. Bond is going to be set at $3,000. One count of obstructing an officer. Bond is going to be set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post these bonds, sir?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
Yes, sir. I wanted to waive my preliminary.
I'm sorry, sir.
I wanted to waive my preliminary.
Okay. So deputies, do you have a waiver form there for you to sign?
I can prepare it.
Okay, so you're gonna sign that waiver form, and I am going to sign it.
Yes, sir.
Want to send it to me, and then you'll get put off into the abyss.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. 22.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you want to thank me for that, but let's see what happens. I hope the best for you.
I'm sorry. Well, could you repeat what you said the last time? I might not have heard.
No, I said, I don't know if you want to thank me for that, but I'm gonna hope for the best for you.
No, that's what I was saying. Thank you for what?
No, you said thank you, and I was like, the waiver process currently,
Yes, sir.
like I told the other individual, you got from now until 2 years from now before you go back.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
You got now from until 2 years from now before you go back to court.
Yes, sir.
So
I had some advice that said that if you waive the preliminary when it's a misdemeanor, that it can speed your process up. You know, that's the only reason they said to do it as far as the misdemeanor.
so let me just explain this to you.
Yes, sir.
We're in COVID times now. In the olden days, yes,
Okay.
it sped things up because everybody's coming to the courthouse, everybody's there, everybody. I'm in my home.
Right.
Other judges are in their home. The prosecutors are in their homes. So it's I don't know what's gonna happen. So when you sign that waiver,
Oh, I'm not gonna waive you on. Yeah, I'm not gonna waive.
I'm telling you, to me, that's the safest thing. You got a date.
Yeah.
You got a date that somebody got to bring you into court. They're gonna bring you into court. When you waive, you are waiting for somebody else that you don't know who is working from home to set a court date.
All right. All right. I appreciate for giving your advice.
So, Mr. Payne, do you believe you can bond out? Or you do not believe you can bond out?
Yes, sir. I can.
All right.
Could you do me one more thing, please?
Yes, sir.
Did you tell me the amount of the bond?
It is $6,000.
Okay. Thank you, man.
You're welcome. You are Mr. Is it Robertson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, you are charged with one count of obstruction of an officer, one count of public drunkenness. The bond for obstruction of an officer is set at $2,000. The bond for public drunkenness is set at $1,000. That's $3,000 bond. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, sir.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for me?
No.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
All right.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Please say your name.
Trey George Scott.
Good afternoon, Mr. Scott. Sir, you're charged with one count of battery bond. It's going to be set at $5,000. You believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning. Courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you will get a new court date in the mail. There's going to be a stay away provision on your bond to stay away from Miss Bettina Scott. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me 1 second, sir. You do qualify. I'm going to set a bond to set a bond. I'm going to set appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Can you say the date again for the next court date?
October 9th.
October?
No, it's not October. I'm sorry. It's November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back. Deputy, I was caught up in the middle of a situation where I'm almost at the point now where lifting my glasses up or keeping them down makes no difference. I was trying to read what was on this thing. So I was kind of laughing to myself. You are Mr. Severs?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with one count of family violence battery. Bond's going to be set at $5,000. One count of false imprisonment. I'm going to set the bond at $5,000. One count of criminal trespass. Bond's going to be set at $3,000. And one count of burglary, which, let me look at this again. This may be a problem.
We were staying together, Your Honor.
Hold on, sir.
I'm sorry.
Okay, sir. So I'm gonna set a bond at $10,000 on the burglary charge. I'm gonna set a stay away provision, stay away from Crystal Allen. Do you understand that? the basis of the burglary charge, when you say you're staying together, there was at least what's in the record of what I'm reading, it says that there was a stay away provision that was issued. Criminal trespass. Sir,
Yes,
sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm trying to inform you.
Yes, sir.
I'm not trying to have a debate with you.
Yes, sir.
So based upon the fact that they're saying that there was a criminal trespass warning that was issued, that cuts your ties to the residence.
Yes, sir.
So on without lawyers digging in deep and pulling the stuff out, that at least provides probable cause for the burglary charge.
Okay.
Okay, so if that's wrong, that's something that can be debated and fought and litigated in court. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? You want to hire your own lawyer?
Court appointed lawyer.
Okay. All right, sir. You do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Did I give you the July 8th court date?
July the 8th.
July 8th. What did I say? July. Jesus Christ. November 8th.
November 8th.
Yes, sir. 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail.
What was the total amount of the bond, sir?
Let's see, 10, 20, 23,000. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No, sir. Thank you, man.
Okay, you're free to go back. All right, sir, you are Mr. Small, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you've been charged with one count of giving a false name, address, and date of birth to law enforcement. Your bond's gonna be set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is gonna be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
You do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer, excuse me, to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, in the case of the false name, would not being regular Miranda rights constitute as conflicting?
It's possible, depending on the timing. That's something that you and your lawyer are gonna have to talk about.
Thank you.
All right, sir, you're free to go back. Are you Mr. Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thomas, sir, you're charged with one count of driving on a suspended license. Bond is going to be set at $1,500. Do you believe you can post that bond? I'm sorry, sir. Did you say yes? Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 9th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me? All right, sir, free to go back. You are Mr. Is it Thompson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thompson, sir, you're charged with one count of theft by deception, one count of theft by shoplifting, and one count of criminal trespass. The theft by deception and theft by shoplifting are both written as felony offenses. Bond's going to be set at $5,000 each. For those offenses, criminal trespass, bond's going to be set at $3,000. So that's going to be a total bond set at $13,000. Do you believe you can post that bond? Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That they will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
You do qualify, Mr. Thompson. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
You too.
You are Mr. Walker?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me 1 second, Ms. Walker. Sir, you've been charged with one count of failing to register. The bond is going to be set at $10,000. You believe you can post that bond?
10,000?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Yes, I could, but I got a parole hold too.
You said, yes, I could, but something parole and,
Parole hold.
okay. Okay, sir. So I'm going to set the bond for this, and it's something that when you work out the other situation, it can be done. But sir, the state of Georgia isn't playing with this. All you gotta do is register your name. I'm sorry.
I have been transferred to Louisiana. And we got mixed up on when I was supposed to have went down there. They had accepted. But we got mixed up when I was supposed to have went down there. So when I went before my time. I didn't know. That's how that come on.
Mr. Walker, as you can see, your freedom
Yes, sir.
is in danger by not knowing.
Yeah.
So you should be telling me the law as it relates to this. So I'm set bond at $10,000, sir. You're gonna have a preliminary hearing date set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
You currently working?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, sir.
All right. Have a good day. Mr. Who are we at? Mr. Willingham?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Willingham, sir, you've been charged with one count of conspiracy, one count of driving a vehicle with tinted windows too dark, I should say. One count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and one count of excuse me, use of possession of drug-related objects. All right, so I'm set the bond at $5,000 on a conspiracy to commit a crime, $500 on the tenant window, $1,500 on the possession of marijuana less than an ounce, and $1,500 on the use or possession of drug-related objects. So that's going to be a total bond of, let's see, $8,500. Do you believe in post that bond?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201.
Can you repeat that? I'm writing it down, sir.
Repeat the date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, November 8th, 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
How much do you earn per hour?
15 an hour.
I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're free to go back. Mr. Wilson.
Your Honor, Mr. Wilson is currently still in the preliminary hearings.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Mr. Wilson is currently still in his preliminary hearing.
Ah, okay. All right, well, what I'll do is I'll just do a continuance order
Okay.
for him tomorrow. I'm not gonna jump in front of Judge Bando, even though I tell her she should do the preliminary, the first appearance.
And Your Honor, the last one up is Mr. Justin.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the chat box for him right now.
Okay.
Would you like me to send that to just you or to the whole court?
It'll be fine for everyone to see.
Okay. He's ready.
Pull out my thing. I got fat finger disease today. I can't understand sign language.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
it's come to my attention that there's another inmate in this housing unit that understands sign language.
Oh, that he's communicating with?
Yes, he was communicating with him earlier.
Oh, okay.
Let me to get him and see if he could speed along the process.
Yeah, if that will help, yes. I mean, I don't want him to sit here because I've set a bond. I don't want him sitting here because we don't have a sign language interpreter on, on speed dial.
One moment, I'll go get him right now, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. All right. Yeah, right, it's fine.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm responding to his last question.
Yes, Your Honor. Get a little closer. Perfect. You see each other?
So, sir, could you tell me your name, please? Yes, you.
Alonzo Mahogany.
Alonzo
Mahogany.
You said mahogany?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, we are trying to accommodate Mr. Getsy for his first appearance. And I have set a bond for him, and I don't want him to have to sit in jail for another night while we make arrangements to get a sign language interpreter. We were attempting to use the chat function on Zoom. so that I could tell him his bond and the next court dates and see if he wanted a lawyer.
He said his family can pay for the bond. Still can get a bond.
He has a bond. I just have to communicate that to him.
How much is the bond?
$4,000.
So that's like
$400.
yeah. I do that. He said he trying to figure out how could someone get in contact with his folks, his family members, so they can know to come.
There is, we've had another individual who was hearing impaired, and I believe they have a phone that is for people who are hearing impaired.
Okay.
The phone.
The phone for people who are hearing impaired.
Video. Yeah. Yeah. He said, okay.
So first, let me ask you this, sir, because we got into it, kind of jumped into it, but would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm that to the best of your knowledge, skill, or training, you would translate these proceedings from sign language, or translate it through sign language so that Mr. Getz can hear it?
Yes,
Understand it, sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Getsy, just ask him, is he okay with proceeding in the manner that we're proceeding now?
He said he's just trying to understand why he's locked up.
He was charged. Let's see. So the allegation is that on yesterday, he grabbed his father by the shirt and forced him to the ground.
He said he want to know why. He said he told the officer that his mom and father was fussing. He tried to stop his father. I love him. And then he said he never hit his father. He just grabbed him and calmed him down.
And the allegation is not that he hit his father, is that he grabbed his father and placed him on the ground.
So his dad called.
Ask him if he wants me to appoint him a lawyer.
Yeah, he said yes.
I'm gonna do that.
He said he trying to understand why they didn't charge they didn't charge his father instead of him, but
His mother may not have made a complaint.
my brother, he said his mother can't read or write, so he trying to figure out a way how he can be able to go out to talking to somebody else that can translate to his mother some kind of way. But he do want a lawyer.
I appointed a lawyer, and the lawyer will most likely speak to your mom. He said his mother cannot read. He said his mother could not read or write, but he didn't say she could not speak.
Right. Yeah. He said his mother deaf. Is it any way that the lawyer can have an interpreter with him when he talks to the mother?
That's gonna be the only way that it can happen.
He just want to know, can his mom, could they let his mom know the bond is 400? Well, 4,000, but all she needs is 400 to get him out.
All I know is that they will make accommodations for him to be able to communicate with his mom, if that's what the situation is.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He just complaining, but he understand.
It's the world is not a perfect place, and you can tell them that. The relationship between his mom and his dad is their relationship.
He said he understand, but that's his mom.
And I was gonna say that's his mother, but she is the victim, not him. And he will be in jail 100% of the time under these circumstances.
Yeah. You understand?
Okay. His preliminary hearing date is gonna be set for November 8th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get changed when he bonds out.
What room, Your Honor?
November 8th,
What room?
8:30, courtroom 201.
Okay, got it, Your Honor. And the total bond was 5,000?
4,000. And I didn't put a stay away provision on the bond.
I think he can swear to you, y'all.
Okay.
What about it?
He said he's not from here, he's from there. Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
okay, he says that he's from Delaware.
Boom. Boom.
Ask him if he has any questions.
Do you have any, ask him if you have any questions.
Bobby, good you. He said he good.
Okay.
He just want to know how he can get in contact on the phone.
I'll contact you, see you.
Yeah, they're gonna help you.
Yes, I'll take care of it.
Okay, thank you, sir, for agreeing to step in and help us with this.
No problem.
And he's free to go back.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. And
Okay.
that concludes the rest of the, Your Honor. Yes.
All right, thank you. There was someone, let's see, Mr. Wilson.
Yeah,
We're continuing to tomorrow.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Meredith.
Mr. Meredith, that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, I'll do continuance orders for both of them. And then we'll do the same thing tomorrow.
Awesome.
Have a good day. I do apologize for like dragging things on a little bit.
Thank you, Your Honor.